Hello, everybody. The Department of Environment and Natural Resources in the Philippines, in our country, issues guidelines for the accreditation of pollution control officers or PCO to ensure effective environmental management and compliance with environmental regulations. PCOs play a crucial role in various industries and establishments by overseeing environmental protection measures and ensuring compliance with applicable environmental laws. Before we continue this discussion, let me first show a video. So we have here a wastewater discharge to the public drainage canal, and we don't know the quality of this water. So this facility must have an accredited pollution control officer to ensure compliance with the requirements of major environmental laws and protect our environment. So the pollution control officers of the establishment, LGUs, and other public institutions shall comply with the minimum qualification and requirements per requirement of Department of Environment and Natural Resources Administrative Order 2014-02. The DNR set qualification and requirements for PCOs with respect to educational background, experience, and training. Typically, PCOs are required to have a degree in engineering and natural science or related fields from a recognized institution. Experience, depending on the level of responsibility and complexity of the industry, PCOs may need to demonstrate relevant work experience in environmental management, pollution control, or related fields. And of course, to become a pollution control officer, completion of basic PCO training course on environmental management, pollution control, and relevant laws and regulations is often required. Now, the pollution control officer, as defined by DOW 2014-02, is what? A technical person competent in pollution control and environmental management, performing the duties and responsibilities in a particular establishment. And a pollution control officer is an officially accredited by a concerned EMB regional office to perform such responsibility as exemplified in Section 10 of DOW 2014-02. The pollution control officer accreditation will be based on the category of the establishment. The categorization of establishment includes category A and category B. And DNR set criteria to determine the categorization of the establishment. Criteria includes chemical usage or storage and or handling, hazardous waste generated, air emissions, solid waste generation, wastewater discharge, and sludge generated. So category A establishments are establishments using or storing and or handling chemicals which are not listed in the priority chemical list. On the other hand, category B establishment are those establishments that are using, storing, and or handling chemicals which are listed in the priority chemical list. Those establishment generating specific type of hazardous waste and generating small volume or can be considered small quantity generator are category A establishments. And those establishments that are large quantity generator, accredited transporter of hazardous waste, and accredited treatment, storage, disposal facilities are considered category B establishment. Those establishments operating boilers, generator sets, and other source of air pollution, especially boilers with capacity less than 50 horsepower, generator set less than 300 kilowatts, or other source of air pollution emitting less than 10 tons per year is considered category A establishment. On the other hand, those establishments with capacity for boiler more than 50 horsepower, for generator sets equal or more than 300 kilowatts, or other source of air pollution emitting equal or more than 10 tons per year can be considered category B establishment, especially if the establishments are required to undergo stock sampling for their air pollution source installations are considered category B establishments. Those establishments generates more than 30 kilogram per day can be considered category A establishment. But establishment with solid waste treatment or processing facilities or a sanitary landfill, the establishment can be considered category B. If the establishment is discharging less than 30 cubic meter per day and with effluent whose quality or effluent quality parameters not listed in Annex 3, which are the heavy metals, are considered category A establishments. And those establishments generating and or discharging wastewater equal to or greater than 30 cubic meter per day and with effluent quality having parameters listed in Annex 3 of this department order, especially those heavy metals, and wastewater with BOD concentration more than 3,000 milligram per liter, a transporter or treater of wastewater, sewage, and or septage are considered category B establishments. And those with minimal sludge generation in the treatment facilities can be category A establishment, but those who are transporting or treating sludge are considered category B establishment. So this is the summary of the categorization of the establishment category A and category B with respect to chemical usage, storage and or handling, hazardous waste generated, air emissions, solid waste generated, wastewater discharge, and sludge generated. Why do we need to categorize establishments category A and category B? We categorize establishments category A or category B establishment to determine the qualification requirement of the appointed or designated pollution control officer, meaning the competency requirements. So those PCOs representing or handling category A establishments, the competency can be a graduate of any related technical course or had reached third year in tertiary level education or at least had been with the establishment for at least 3 years in a supervisory position or in a responsible position or equivalent experience. The competency requirement for PCO representing or handling category B establishment shall be a licensed engineer or chemist with at least 2 years relevant experience in environmental management or professionals in the field of engineering, or physical and natural sciences with at least 3 years relevant experience in environmental management, or other professionals of appropriate discipline with at least 5 years relevant experience in environmental management. The pollution control officer shall apply for accreditation per Section 8 of Department Order 2014-02 and submit the pertinent requirements to EMB Regional Office through online PCO accreditation system. We will be visiting pco.emb.gov.ph, and here the PCO duly appointed or designated shall apply for his or her accreditation. So what is the importance of having an accredited pollution control officer in establishment? Well, one thing is environmental compliance, where PCOs are responsible for ensuring that their respective establishments comply with environmental laws, rules, and regulations and standards. They oversee the implementation of pollution control measures, conduct regular environmental monitoring, and submit required reports to regulatory agencies, especially to DNR Environmental Management Bureau quarterly. And the PCO should be prepared to respond to environmental emergencies or incidents promptly and effectively. Finally, the pollution control officer shall complete the accreditation process with respect to application through pco.emb.gov.ph or the PCO online accreditation system with respect to documentation that to submit necessary documents and shall receive the certificate of accreditation issued by the DNR Environmental Management Bureau Regional Office, signed by the regional director, along with the duties and responsibilities. The PCO, or the Pollution Control Officer, may be involved in establishing and maintaining environmental management system within their organization to achieve environmental objectives and targets. Finally, the accreditation of pollution control officers ensures that qualified individuals are overseeing environmental management practices in industries and establishments, thereby contributing to environmental sustainability and compliance with regulatory requirements. It helps in fostering a culture of environmental responsibility and effective pollution control measures. For specific details, of course, and the latest guidelines in PCO accreditation from DNR, we use DAO 2014-02 or the revised guidelines for PCO accreditation. Thank you very much for listening and watching this video. I am Engineer Jeric Picasso. Protect the environment, protect life.